The senator from Colorado.
Thank you, Madam President. I'll be brief. I want to thank the senator from Louisiana while she's here, not just for your words and not just for reminding us that this isn't about, who can scream the loudest on cable television. It's about the work that actually needs to get done in the United States Senate on behalf of the American people, but also for all the work you've done over the years on FEMA. It's made a big difference in my state already. They're working well with our local officials and our state officials, and we've got a long, long way to go. And the last thing we need to worry about is whether the government's going to shut down or not. Fortunately, because of work that you did and others did around here, the emergency part of this is going to continue to carry through even if there is a shutdown, but there is a lot of uncertainty that's related to that. So while you were here, I just wanted to thank you for that. I'm sorry that the senator from Delaware has left the floor for a moment because he's been holding it down, and I wanted to ask him a question about his previous work because he was the county executive in Delaware before he was here. I was a superintendent of schools, a mayor, or worked for the mayor. Senator Klobuchar, who's here from Minnesota, was a district attorney, and I think every one of us are completely perplexed by the hostage-taking that's going on around this place. So I'd ask the senator from Delaware, you were the county executive of a county in Delaware, weren't you?
I was.
And I say through the chair, do you think that any county executive or mayor or local official in your state could go very far, or let me put it this way, wouldn't be run out of town if they threaten the credit rating of their community for politics?
Absolutely not. And I might just say to my friend from Colorado, I had direct experience with this. In the state of Delaware, folks expect us to balance our budgets and to pass them on time and to deliver good services, but also to defend our credit ratings. And the city and the county and the state in which I lived and served all enjoyed AAA credit ratings. And folks in my community understood what that meant, that meant we could borrow money for building sewers, building roads, building schools less expensively, and sustain the quality of our community. Yeah. And our business leaders and our civic leaders understood that to put that at risk was reckless and irresponsible, yet for a manufactured crisis by a few senators. We are facing the shutdown of this federal government a few days from now, and I'm afraid just a few weeks later, the possible default on the sovereign debt of the United States. No responsible elected official where I'm from would do that.
And that's my point. I think we're dealing with something that's so far outside of the mainstream of what political actors, at least in my state, that are elected, that are Republicans or Democrats, would support. I think it's important for us to call attention to that because that's what we're dealing with. And I see the senator from Minnesota is here. My last observation on this is, I can tell you this, if one of us represented a state government that opened and closed its doors or threatened to open and close its doors every single year, I can assure you that they would look to do business would look to do business in some other state, not in the state on which we worked. And that's what we're doing to the United States of America right now. We've got so much going for us. The innovators are out in the economy innovating. Natural gas is cheaper than it's ever been. And we can build this economy if only Washington or a few actors in Washington would get out of the way. With that, I yield the floor.